Alright, so I fucked up. I let my recording go over 15 minutes, and at that point, the recording software on the PlayStation starts to delete video starting from the beginning. So, to sum up what I did, I got my Hunter's Axe, which is one of the starting weapons you get, and I've got my Hunter's Pistol, which is pinpointed one-shot damage, as opposed to the other weapon you could have chose, which was the blunderbuss, which was a shotgun that shoots one bullet at a time, but fires in a shotgun pattern. Like the bullet breaks up and fires into a shotgun pattern. And I went out and I was killing enemies, and I was telling you about the game and how the weapons worked, and how the death system works, which when you die, you lose your blood echoes, which are the top right corner of your screen. The only numbers on there at the moment, that little symbol there above the eye. And the only way to get those back is to go back and actually pick up the blood echoes. Well, a lot of the times, the enemy that had just killed you will have your blood echoes, so you have to kill that enemy to get your blood echoes, on top of the blood echoes he drops. But if you die without retrieving your blood echoes, every blood echo that you lost during the previous death and that are sitting there are gone forever. They disappear. And I hadn't progressed through the story, and you haven't seen any of the level that you haven't seen already. Well, yeah, you did, just a little bit, but you'll see that really quick as I play through the game. So here we go again. Starting in Central Yarnum. You'll also see the difference that a weapon and your bare hand makes. It really pissed me off that I shot my time. And then I figured out I could salvage it, but absent-mindedly I clicked out and it didn't save. So I've got to show you all this stuff again. From Software has a really bad thing with hiding enemies, or thinking they hide enemies, and they'll surprise attack you. But I'll show you most of those. And there are places where the enemies are actually very well hidden. Well, this is not good for my health. I'm out of here. These things are my most hated enemies. The guys with the pitchforks. No shield guys have a habit of clinging on to the last little shred of health. Like, they do not like dying. Now, I'm not going to show you the leveling system and the perks and stuff it gives you in this video. In this video, I'm just going to show you gameplay and part of the first level, so you can talk to these guys, but they just make fun of you, and because you're an outsider and Yarnum doesn't like people that they don't know. So I'm not going to talk to these guys, you can talk to these guys. And even if you have full items, keep picking up the drops from dead bodies because they automatically get stored in your player's storage. Now, that's a trap. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're playing this game, an item sitting out in the open will 60 to 70% of the time be a trap. So approach slowly and look around. If you approach slowly, you can see this guy's weapon sticking out from behind the wall, and you can dodge really easily and just kill it. Doesn't bug you too much. And a bloodstone shard, that's an item you use to upgrade your weapon. Now, this isn't the weapon I'm going to be keeping, so I might not upgrade it at all. And then you can see this guy, he's really hard to dodge, so the best thing you have to do is just roll past him. Just kind of walk slowly and take your time. And you're going to want to lure these guys up by getting right there. The bell rings and they all start to disperse. You wait for these guys to come up here and kill them, otherwise they get behind you, and that's a bad situation. There we go. And I fucked up. Don't do that. What I just did, none of that. Alright. So I'm gonna show you why on little enemies you don't want to try and backstab an enemy with this, because most of the time if they have enough health to survive it, they'll end up smashed onto the ground. But since he didn't have enough health to survive the attack, it let me do it. Now this is a safe zone. Until a specific group of enemies come around, no one will attack you, and that door is just the door. It's bouncing, but there is an enemy on the other side, but he can't get through. So now I don't know if I'm gonna wait here like I normally do. So instead, I'm coming for this dog right here. These are some of the worst enemies in the game right there. Because no matter what, they'll see you, and if they hit you once, they'll start stun locking you. Meaning they'll hit you, and then you won't be able to move. I'll be right back. My dog is being weird. Alright, I'm back. It sounded like my dog was about to puke, and it was on the bed, so that was a bad situation. 5 minutes left. Alright, here's the group that'll see you and start attacking. Yeah. Now, the enemies in this game are surprisingly blind. I mean, if you walk by pressing just barely on the analog stick, you can walk past most of the enemies in this game. Which I'm going to try and do because I don't want to get in a lot of fights and lose all of my blood echoes. At this point you can run because they're not going to see you or hear you. Now, there's two ways you can go, but I'm going to go this way because this is the way to the boss. I'm not going to fight him in this video. I'm just going to show you the way to him. These are just minor annoyances, but if they're with other enemies, they're rather aggravating. Severely aggravating, even. Alright, so another thing. Even though the enemies are very blind, From Software likes to put enemies in that aren't, even if the same enemy in another area is. So, this thing right here is something called a brick troll. You can ignore him and go up that way, but he already knows you're here. So if you go the way you're supposed to get to the boss, he'll come up behind you and you'll be sorely screwed. So I'm just gonna kill him right now. Ah, yep, that failed. Two shots with the axe, power attack will kill them. And then you've got these two items, Molotov cocktails and a torch. You can use the torch is okay, but I prefer the gun. I don't really like playing with the torch, it's a waste of time, I think. But it depends on your playstyle, so try it out. And see if it's your thing. But if you're playing, I don't know if you guys are gonna play this game or what. I know a friend of mine has a PS4, but I don't think he plays these types of games. He's more of a Mortal Kombat and first-person shooter type of guy. So alright, hopefully this thing attacks me so I can kill it before the other enemies get here. Ow. See? Even though he was dead, I still got back the health. Alright, now I'm gonna want to come this way. Those gun guys, you're gonna want to kill them relatively quickly, because one shot can take out most, if not all, of your health. Like later in the game, one of those shots will take down half of your health, which is fairly scary. Alright, I'm gonna end it here because I got 55 seconds left. Thanks for watching the video, and this is Dalton Gaming signing out.